And I don't know about this. I cleaned out the mess, and it's out here with all the other garbage, except this garbage is not blowing around. It's not getting bashed up. You see damage at 80. All it needs to do is bang into a couple more things. Oh, there's a little damage. There's a little storm damage. Yeah, my problems are solved. We just gotta... There, see that beam disappear? I don't know about... No, it's gonna... It'll go. It'll go. It'll be fine. Don't want my whole house cluttered up by garbage. Alright, I got it. I got it. When ferns come in or oil come in, it's changed into milk. The milk is taken to the packager, and the packager, can you see it in here? There's one. The packager makes it into canned condensed milk. So if I could blow this stuff out to the storm, I wonder if I couldn't, if I took these windows off and just let the storm ride for a while. Clean up this pile. But anyway, canned condensed milk, there it is, goal number 1. Finally. So that's pretty cool. Now we gotta wait. We got 0 backed up extra soybeans, and our fern balance is 0. And I noticed I popped in here, and it's set to use potatoes only for fertilizer. I'm not sure what happens if that backs up. It'll be fine, I'm sure, but I'm not sure exactly how it's going to be fine. I noticed as I popped in here, popped my head in, that we were out of nitrogen. So I had to dump a can of nitrogen in here. Really need to take care of sustained nitrogen, the way I've got it wired in for carbon dioxide and to vent out the oxygen. But it's rolling, and we can start building up our fern bank balance, our ferns to milk balance. Now that everything is built, and with the exception of the potato fertilizer thing, everything is tested. I think this is ready to rock and roll. I think if we go to trays, and throw the switch and tell it to run, it's gonna properly harvest a whole bunch of ferns, which are going to fill that chute until we get a matching amount of soybean. There'll be enough ferns here for this session to take a look. How many milks have we dispensed, and where are we at with the milks after the testing and development? We've dispensed a total of 24. And in here right now is a carton of milk and a steel, and when it dispenses number 25, we'll put another can in the I win pile. So that's cool. That's really cool. That is a big milestone. Meanwhile, our rocket, I had to tweak the code to get it to load properly, but it did finally load properly. And then I put it into unload mode manually so that this tank wouldn't be sitting here full of fuel getting too cold. And so now what we want to see, I'm okay with manually. I'm okay with, this is as far as the code's written. The way the code's written right now, let's think about it. It's going to want to pressurize the rocket. And if we turn this one on first, it'll pump up that pipe and it'll be okay. It won't go any further than that. We can just turn this code on because we didn't change it in any way. No, that was the very code that we did change. That was the very code that we did change. I'm concerned about that pipe pressure. I'm concerned about the pressure on the pipe that fills the tank. 40K apparently is the number though. And then Rocket Brain is good. We just got to turn it on. And boom. Again, fuel loading up on the rocket. This time we're going to launch it when it fills up. And it will fill up. So it's going to fill up and we're going to launch it. And then get some ice. And then come back and have to manually unload the fuel. Manually unload the fuel, and we're going to be ready to start unloading and melting volatile ice to fill that tank right there with nothing in it because we already mixed all the fuel that we could from it. So we're going to want a melting situation like we had on Mars, which I haven't really studied. I know it's a blockhouse with some, well, we'll get started on it. It's a let's play, so let's play. We're going to want a bunch of frames, and we're going to want a centrifuge, which is a electrical device, right? Or is it a, oops. Nope, it's a working centrifuge. Oh man, no, it's just a piece of metal shaped like a centrifuge. We want a simple centrifuge, and as I recall, we want some consoles for some numbers. And we want chutes, and I got chutes galore, or I had chutes galore. How many do I have now? Almost none. And valves and pipes and stuff. I'm gonna go study it. Should we go take a look together? Alright, so on Mars, what did we actually do? With our 6,327 things, my things count has gone up considerably on Europa. Let's just give it a quick look. This crunchy rocket delivers its payload into one of two silos based on the different types of ice that we're bringing in. And then it goes into, I think it only looks like it. Well, we don't care about this. We're not. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, because that was very high pressure. And it was volatile pressure, too. Nice. What a nice light show. Alright, so the ice goes in and either gets crunched here or it goes through, is how it got built. It gets crunched. There's a gas sensor, way to get the gas in, a way to get the gas out, and a centrifuge, all controlled by chips with displays that tell you, I forget what this middle one meant, how much the pressure is in these two different rooms. And then we were using volatile ice, so we had to filter it. Yeah, and when I do nitrous ice, I'm going to have to filter out the N2O, the nitrous oxide. Okay, so we want the rocket to unload into a sorter and 2 silos for the volatiles and the nitrogen ice. And again, that just goes into a little room that you can pull the gas out of. You drop the ice in a centrifuge and wait. Easy, easy build. Very simple. All right. Let's restart the timer on Europa. The timer for how long does it take to load on 40 MPa of fuel into that tank. We have a centrifuge and some consoles and some steel frames. I thought I pulled them. Did I put them in here? Yes. Don't need to carry around little bits of steel from our tests. We have a silo. Is this full yet? It is full. We're not putting any more fuel in. Our batteries. Oh, we're not putting any fuel in because these weren't extended. Believe it or not. That doesn't sound right, does it? 100%, and we're putting on the last of the fuel, or we're putting on some more fuel. It's got to be pretty close to the last. I don't know what the numbers are. We'll see. You hear that pipe ringing because it's almost full. So yeah, so we'll just dump. I think we'll build a new section over here because I was kind of thinking later maybe I want another rocket. So I think we'll build some more work area. At least that much. Oops. So the test is, will it properly continue like it used to when we, just a minute here, and let me take a little pause. Okay, so, right. So, it's full. And when we set the destination, what are we going to expect to see? The fuel pump is going to switch modes. Right now it's on. No, it's not going to switch modes. Yeah, it's going to switch modes. It's going to. Right now it's taking on fuel. And in a minute, we're going to just go ahead and be sure that the fueler doesn't do anything more. Because it's fine. What's on that pipe? 16 MPa, 17. Good. When I set a destination, the mode should switch from loading fuel to burning fuel. And our map, our location that we're going to go to is this one. And look, it did switch. It's ready to, it's pushing as much as it can at the rocket engine. Perfect. So if we push the button, it's going to launch. Yes. Okay, we're not worse than we were before. It's going to fly properly to its destination. We're going to mine some ice. It's going to land, at which point nothing is going to change on the rocket. And That was a big wuss turning that off. Nothing's going to change on the loader either because there's no code to say the loader, the rocket fueler, needs a clue from the rocket that it has landed, but our job is to depressurize, not pressurize. So that's going to need a bunch of code. That's going to need a bunch of code. Meanwhile, we pumped a bunch of ferns at the milk machine. I think it was 24 before, right? We got 2 ferns in the bank, 26, and a big box of wind that you can't really assess, but I see some, I think there weren't 3 there. I think there was only 2 there before. I think it's working just fine. Give me 1 more milk and I'll make another can of milk. We got 5 oil credits and 2 fern credits. We just need 2 more ferns. This one remains empty, and look at that. There's less and less backed up. So we'll keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, our rocket is at the volatile condensate. So we can turn on the miner and the storage. Go to the location. Start bringing in sweet, sweet volatile ice. And I was thinking about it from Mars. This should be just the simplest code. When rocket cargo storage quantity is greater than some number, turn the thing off. It's easy. It should be really easy. We have all kinds of thrust capability, all kinds of fuel. So we should be able to bring on quite a bit of the stuff. But I've always been very conservative about that for obvious reasons. Okay, so then the cargo chutes. It comes down to... Oh, that was kind of fun to talk about. It comes down to a blockhouse right here. Do I want it here or do I want it here? Why wouldn't I want it there? Or even here? Did I do that the way I want to do it? Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be good. With a centrifuge inside of it. Can sit right there. What does that take to build? Steel sheets, which I'm almost out of. Wrench, and steel sheets. Welding torch and steel sheets. All right. And then we need a vent and a sensor. And to not overload this rocket. need a passive vent and a sensor. Sensor and a vent. And some pipe. A piece of pipe. A single piece of pipe. Do we have some more? Don't we? We're out of steel sheets. We're out of pipes. Although there were 3 of those backpacks and one of them's misplaced. Alright, well, whatever. Insulated pipe. Galore.
Temperature critical. Temperature low.
This is going to be our way in and out. And let's go ahead and set up our circuitry right there. So the wire can go in here. The wire can go in here and wire up to, oh, it's yellow, that's a good sign. There's another one right here, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Whatever. Yes. Sensor. The gas variety. And it's powered up and shoots. We don't have very many of at all. I guess that could be a little more awkward. But I'd have to work at it. Yes, come on. I saw it yellow. Like that. And like that's good. Whatever, I'm going to pull that steel out anyway. Like it. Should have brought a door along with me. Because that inside is done. 28, perfect. Okay, turn the miner off. Don't need to drag the battery on the cargo right now. Let's go to Scantron home. Let's go there now. Cool. Okay, so I just need enough chutes to connect there. I need enough pipes to connect that to this. Not this anymore. We're never doing that ever again. Oh, look, there's a bunch of chutes. Beautiful. Never gonna crunch ice in that fashion ever again. Oops. pays out. It pays out thus. And here, don't care. I think that's right. Okay, so I need a bunch of chutes and a bunch of pipes. And I need to see that rocket land properly. There's no doubt in my mind. It's going to land properly. There's no doubt in my mind. It's got crazy fuel and the logic hasn't changed in a long time. There's a bunch of pipes. Wonder what happened to my big old pile of pipes. I know it's out there somewhere. That'll be enough pipes. And now we want a similar number of chutes, for which we will use this backpack. And we need a turbo pump, which we don't have. Turbo pump. We're going to turbo pump the gas. Sure. And we want it. Oh yeah, we don't need him either. We want it right there, don't we? Let's see, drill? Is it drill? Nope, wire cutters. There's a little bit of wire and a little bit of iron sheet and the device itself. Let's clean up that wire. That does need to be wired in. Awkwardly. That is the fuel mixer output pump. Perfect. Let's go ahead and clean up the last of this. Don't need you. And nice and tidy. You're just like that. A little silly, but who cares? Get rid of you. There, nice. Okay, and then you're gonna go over to there. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay, so let's just finish that one thought. It just started trying to unload more fuel because it's landed. That's not what we want at all. So let's quickly get in there and turn shit off before it blows up. Stop. Too late. whole thing's just gonna go and go and go. Come on, burn up. Wait for this tank to explode. Maybe it's far enough away. When I did that on Mars, it was too close and it exploded. Everything exploded. Alright, well, screw you. Not you. Not you, viewer. Screw you, game.